G'day everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm coming at you from the lower Ovens River and I'm going to be fishing for the mighty Murray Cod. I'm going to be casting lures. I'm going to paddle quite a long way upstream, a bit further than what I normally would, probably maybe about 10k even. The river's very low at the moment, it's about 7.8 metres at Wangaratta, so this is going to be a real challenge. I want to get into the most remote part of the river that I can find, and this will be like 10 kilometres either way from any access point. If I can get there, the logs are going to be fast and furious, I think. It's going to be very akin to the Broken. So yeah, the weather conditions are pretty nice. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. I've fixed up that paddle that I found in a previous episode. It was quite knocked around. It needed a bit of work to fix up. It was getting water inside of it, and it was too long. It was about a 219. I cut it down to a 212, which is more what I'm used to. It's actually more suited to long distance paddling. It's closer to my you know, my competition sort of paddles. But so yeah, it's a ripper. It took a bit of fixing, but it's good to go now. Alright, we're 4.5k upstream so far, and this is the first limbo. It's not a real major one by the look of it. Looks like I'll get under that one quite easy, but I suspect there's going to be a lot more of these. The further upstream you get, the more overgrown and snagged it gets. When the river's low like this, you start to get these very shallow rapids that are quite hard to get up because there's not enough depth to get your paddle in. Hopefully I'll get up this one. I'm going to try to find the deepest part of it to get through. I actually think the shape of this blade is quite beneficial for those shallower sort of areas. Well, this is going to be a real test trying to get up here. It's not too bad for depth, but I'm hardly moving, paddling as hard as I can. I think we're through. Alright, there's a bit of a log across the river here. This is where you got to send it, paddle as hard as you can to try to get momentum to jump over it. Yep. That'll be the first of many, I can imagine. Okay, here's a more difficult limbo, I think. If the sounder can fit under, I can fit under. should get under here easy. At least as the water comes down a bit more, it's a bit easier to get under them. Okay, this is a real nasty one now. We're getting into the more wild part of the river here. It's about 6 kilometres from the access point. This is where it sort of starts to get a bit more wild. Yes, this is a very challenging looking obstacle here. That's why I like to have the rod tucked inside the kayak for these sort of things. This is how I stow my rod when transiting through heavily snag sort of parts of the river to avoid getting my rod broken, which can happen very easy when your rod tip gets caught on a stick or something. So there's like a hole right in the middle there, up the centre of the kayak, so the rod tip goes up there. The rod tip goes up that hole. This is why I like to have a relatively short rod, because you can only fit sort of, you know, a shorter rod in here. And then the reel just sort of sits next to the seat like that. Goes in that space there. Yeah, and that's how it stowed to avoid getting broken. I think this is another thing I like about sit-in kayaks. The bottom of them tends to be more flat, which sort of tends to ride up over the logs better. The pointed bottom of sit-on tops can sort of make it tip over, I found. Yes, this is always going to be awkward. I keep meaning to bring a fold-up saw with me. I reckon it's going to be easier just to drag over all that. It doesn't look good, but it's not having to go on an angle like that. It's going to be hard to get around that branch that's sticking up. That's the one I need to cut off with a saw, I reckon. Alright, looks like we're through. Wagons, oh! This one's a bit too big to send. Have to drag over this one. I'm gonna send it. Got a clear run at it. Maximum pace. Lean back just as I hit it. You sort of kick, if you've got a footrest, you can sort of kick like that and just inch a little bit forward enough to get over. You've got to have a footrest. Yeah, baby, look at that. Footrest rule. And here's another one straight after. Send this one too. That is a very dangerous bit of water, that's why I'm dragging around it. You could quite easily get pushed sideways into the log there and tip over. So I'm playing it safe and dragging around it. Well, I've finally finished the paddle upstream. That was extremely hard going. I reckon it's definitely worse than the Broken at the moment. I ended up coming 10.94 kilometres upstream. So I'm into some really remote sort of areas of the river here. Yeah, it's definitely yeah, the further away from the access points that you get, the worse the snags become, and it was really difficult. You have to be really on your game to get up here. Anyway, I'm going to have some lunch now and replenish some much needed carbohydrates. I would have burned a lot of fuel coming upstream, I'd imagine. So yeah, alright, here's what's on the menu for lunch. Tuna and pasta from Aldi. And tuna with seeded mustard, also from Aldi. And the tuna's going on some Savoy cracked pepper biscuits. And that's going to be chased down with a can of Coke. Bon appetit. Alright, I've finished lunch. It's about 2 o'clock. And I'm going to start the journey downstream, casting my lures as I go. I'm opening up with the Orgy 7.6 metre plough, which I've had a bit of success on lately. The outfit that I'm using is the Shimano Curado 150 DC, and that's coupled with the Shimano Raider 5'10", 2 to 5 kilo rod. So yes, we'll see how we go. The lure's got S factor on it, of course, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, first hit there. That was a definite hit. He bricked me straight away. He's off. Oh, oh, that was a definite hit. Absolute hit, that. That was a definite hit there. He might come back because he didn't feel the weight, I don't think. It's starting to come on as that afternoon light starts to filter through. Oh, another hit. He's hit it again. There's definitely a fish there. Oh no, don't get snagged. Oh, yep, got him this time. Oh, he's a nice yellow too. Come to popper. Yeah, yellows are notorious for not hooking up. He's a nice one too. He would be a good eater. Yeah, baby. Yellow me up. Oh, look at that. Got him. First fish of the day. He's got a bit of a some sort of anchor worm or something on him. Yeah, but he's a nice fish. Check him out. That's a good eating size. On the Orgy 7.6 metre plough. There he is, hooks out. Give him a bit of a measure. I'd say he's about 42 centimetres. And there he is there. Alright, he's just about ready to release. Alright, I'm not having that much luck with the Orgy 7.6mm player. I'm going to go for a different lure, the what's this one called? The Codger. The Codger, the second deepest diving one. Yeah, bit of a different colour to before, and that's going to have a bit of S factor on it. Oh, yep, in the most unlikely looking spot. I couldn't believe... Oh, I think this is a good fish too. How's that? I was almost not going to even bother about that. Oh yeah, he's a good fish. Yes, he's a nice one. Very nice muzzer. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm talking about. I was just eyeing off a better looking spot, which will probably have nothing. But, oh yeah. Very nice fish. Wasn't the best looking spot there. So the change to the Codger lure has brought almost immediate success. Only a couple of casts and I've already got something. Yeah, baby! That's got to be in the 60s, I reckon. That's a nicer one. Oh yeah. Yeah. Come to Papa. Very nice fish. Get the lure out. There we go, the hooks weren't that easy to get out. Okay, give him the measure. Oh yeah, I reckon he's got to be 65, close to 65. He's a very nice fish. Give him a measure. Say 62 centimetres. Yes, sometimes a change of lure can bring immediate success. Alright, there he is. Beautiful Murray Cod. 62 centimetres of Ovens River goodness. Trying out these new gloves. It took quite a while to arrive on eBay. There he is, I'm going to release him now. There he is. At this point I'm still many kilometres away from the car, so I've really got to cover a bit of ground before it gets dark. So I've only got time to have the occasional cast here and there, as I've got a lot of obstacles to get back over before I get back to the car. Oh, there's definitely a fish there. Oh. I put quite a few casts back into that spot, but he didn't come back. I haven't had any more luck on the Codger, so I've now changed to a surface lure. It's a Jackal Pompadour. Okay, I think that's just about yibbity time, folks. No more action. It's very quiet later in the day. No action on the surface. Quiet day. So I'm going to just hightail it back to the car now. I'm over the worst of the snags, I think. I'll just crank it back to the car. This is the headlight I use for these nighttime escapades. It's the Phoenix HM65R. It puts out about 1400 lumens. It's USB rechargeable. It's USB rechargeable, plus it's got a removable battery, so you can actually carry spare battery with you. And these batteries are sort of like a standard size. They don't not only just fit this torch, they fit other things. So yeah, this is the best light that I've ever had, for sure. You can only buy these online, I think. I don't think you can actually get them in the shops. I have this mounted to a mount that's on my GoPro for this. But yeah, you can't beat it. It's yeah, I actually use it for running at night too. It's an absolutely fantastic light. Yeah, get on it. Alright, I'm back at the car now. Just one last effort to drag the kayak up a bit of a steep incline. Well, that's a wrap. I only ended up with the 2 fish, but I think it was more about the adventure of exploring a remote part of the river when it was low like that. It took me like 3 or 4 hours just to get as far upstream as I got, but I was determined to get 10k upstream once I set myself that goal, and I achieved that. I probably would have caught a lot more fish if I didn't go as far upstream and spent more time actually fishing. I would have spent more time travelling than actually fishing for sure. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.